lead prosecutor, and her theory of the case has essentially been that although he was in Liberia the whole time, and the Special Court of Sierra Leone only has jurisdiction over crimes committed in Sierra Leone, that nonetheless he was controlling the Revolutionary United Front, which was one of the rebel groups in Sierra Leone, in order to get access to the great mineral wealth that is in Sierra Leone. That's her theory, that he was part of this joint criminal enterprise, which is like essentially a conspiracy. There's some doctrinal differences, but it's, it looks like a duck, sounds like a duck, it is a duck. It's essentially a conspiracy theory with these rebel groups. Courtney Griffiths, who's a Jamaican lawyer, who's the lead defense counsel, has put on evidence to the effect that there were huge disparate arguments between these factions. There were a number of factions operating in Sierra Leone, and that you can't allege a conspiracy amongst factions who are essentially fighting each other. And so that Charles Taylor cannot be held responsible for what these various factions were doing within Sierra Leone. He's also argued that even if there was a joint criminal enterprise or a conspiracy as between these various factions to get access to mineral wealth, etc., that he did not make any substantial enough contribution to that maybe he was sort of vaguely supportive, etc., but he wasn't actually making a contribution to that. So that is the sort of two narratives that are competing right now before the special court. And so all of those cases have been now submitted to the court, and we'll have to see where the judgment comes out. It's also taking some cases on against other individuals who are being accused of interfering with witnesses and attempting to bribe, essentially, prosecution witnesses. So those contempt proceedings are also going forward. And those will then be heard by a residual mechanism that will be dedicated to that particular tribunal. One of the accused, interestingly, in these contempt proceedings has gone state's witness. He's essentially pled guilty and has agreed to help the prosecution in exchange for some leniency. So it will be interesting to see what we hear about his co-accused in these contempt proceedings.